Let's bring in our Jerusalem correspondent, Noga Tarnapovsky. Noga, it's happening on a day where, once again, there has been exchanges of fire between Israeli forces and Hezbollah militants, particularly in South Lebanon. The Israeli military striking after an evacuation warning, the town of Ain Kana, and we've just seen the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu go to the border to announce that his forces had traveled north of the Litani River.
That's right. Prime Minister Netanyahu took further a series of threats, basically, that he's made over the last few days, increasingly saying that Israel was going beyond its own buffer zone, a buffer zone that Israel unilaterally defined, that it was going significantly north. And today he added, in the present tense, that Israel is operating in Beirut. Now, we remember that just a few weeks ago, President Trump put his foot down and he said he wanted Israel to stop bombing in Lebanon, and he put an absolute veto on any operations in Beirut. So we must assume that either Prime Minister Netanyahu got an American thumbs up before taking things so far, or possibly this is a boast and a slight exaggeration regarding what Israel is really doing. And we see also in his now increasingly, I would say, frequent videos that he posts of himself, as we're now seeing on the screen, surrounded by IDF soldiers, that he's preparing for an electoral campaign. And the question of the fate of the residents of the Israeli north who have simply been abandoned to their fate with no evacuation orders and no place to go, that is going to be a central question for his political future, and that's why we saw him up there today.
And so, Noga, if the U.S. president comes out of the Situation Room and says, we have a deal with Iran, where does that leave Netanyahu? Where does it leave those side talks that are due to take place or have been taking place this Friday at the Pentagon between Israeli and Lebanese officials?
Right. So these talks between Israel and Lebanon, which really are historic because these are two countries that never had diplomatic ties, have been taken down a notch, it appears. These talks today are just between military officials that I can tell you, at least on the Israeli side, are not authorized to make any new propositions, proposals, suggestions, and are certainly not authorized to agree to any of the Lebanese proposition. So that is happening while we see the prime minister certainly making it clear to Israelis that Israel has more or less taken over all of Lebanon. The remarkable statement that Netanyahu put out just about an hour ago really does imply that. We should expect that if the United States and Iran come to this memorandum of understanding, interim agreement, whatever we want to call it, that will include Donald Trump forcing Benjamin Netanyahu's hand and even possibly obliging Israel to withdraw entirely from all Lebanese territory, not just to take a step back. On the other hand, the expectation is that Iran would put a stop on Hezbollah activities in that area.
Noga Tarnapovsky reporting live from Jerusalem. Many thanks. Many thanks.